Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम राम हरे हरे, ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा राम राम Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Samasitam Buddha Sundaram Kandar Ako Vikamaniya Vishesha Shobha Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Asa Sakalen Priya Priti Manti Pasyanti Panti Kayanti Chiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद श्री गुरु चरणा पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा बंदो मोहि सावधान माते बंद मोहि सावधान माते जहर प्रसादे भाई ए भव तरिया जाय जहाँ प्रसादे भाई ए भव तरिया जाय ए भव तरिया जाय कृष्ण प्राप्ति है जहाँ होते कृष्ण प्राप्ति है जहाँ होते गुरु मुख पद्मा वाक्य चित्ते करिया क्या गुरु मुख पद्मा वाक्य चित्ते करिया क्या आरो ना करी हो मने आशा आरो ना करी मने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति यही से उत्तम गति श्री गुरु चरणे रति यही से उत्तम गति जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जे ही जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से ही चक्षुदान दिलो जे ही जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से ही दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरित वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधम जनार बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना लोकना लोकेर जीवाना हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया जीवे अस घुसु त्रिभुवाना घुसु त्रिभुवाना प्रभुपाद पतित पावना प्रभुपाद लोकेर जीवाना जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा शिला प्रभुपदा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभात गुरु पूजा की नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय वेदान्त स्वामिनिति नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमस्ते गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद प्रभु नित्य गौर भक्त जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, थोड़ा सा बढ़ा दें, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna. Open. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, बोलिए बोलिए, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna बोलिए बोलिए Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, bolo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari,
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Yashodanandana Jajanandana Yashodanandana Jajanandana Damodakira Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Vijanavarama Girivaranari. Gopi Janavarama Girivaranari. Yashodanandana Rajajanandana Yashodanandana Rajajanandana Yamunatira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jai Krishna Balaram. Jai Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jai Radhe Shyam, Jaya Lalita Visakha, Radhe Shyam, Jaya Lalita Visakha. Jai Radha Shyama Sundar, Radha Shyama Sundar, Radhe. Jai Gaura-Nita, Jaya Gaura-Nita, Gaura-Nita, Jaya Gaura-Nita. Jai Gaura-Nita, 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 Jai Gaura-Nita. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudev. Jai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura, Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stuttarasata Sishimadi Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Acharya Jagadguru Sashi Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stuttarasata Sishimadi Divine Grace Srila Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anant Gaudi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridasa Kura Ki Jai. Prem Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinan Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Garodhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Jamuna Maya Ki Jai, Ganges Maya Ki Jai, Tulasi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gauda Premanandi, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glory to Shishi Guru Shri Gauranga. Gaura Karana Shakti Bhakti Shakti Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Naruttamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayat Nashtapraisa Bhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavad-Gita Sruti Bhakti Bhavati Nashtiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Dena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manubhisam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahim Dadati Swapadantikam Andiham Sri Gurun Sri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadhuitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanvitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prisavana Sute Devi Paramami Hari Priya Anchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sandhyaeva Chat Patitanam Pavinyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 22. Krishna steals a gopi's garment. Text number 8. Pretya Krishno Yogeshwareshwara Ayasya Vrittastatra Katastha Karmat Siddhaye Bhagavam Stad Adipretya Krishno Yogeshwareshwara Ayasya Vrittastatra Gatastad Karma Siddhaye Bhagavam Stad Adipretya Krishno Yogeshwareshwara Vayasharya Vrittastatra Gatastad Karma Siddhaye. Bhagavan Satadipritya Vayasena Vitastatra Yatastat Karma Siddhaye. Krishna Yogeshwareshwara Vayashara Pritastata Gatastad Karma Siddhaye Bhagavam Tadadi Pretya Krishna Yogeshwareshwara Vayashara Pritastata Gatastat Karma Siddhaye Bhagavan Sad Adipretya Krishna Yogeshwareshwara Vayashara Vritasatra Gatastat Karma Siddhaye Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that Abhipretya, seeing Krishna, Lord Krishna, Yoga, Ishvara, the master of all masters of mystic power, Vayashahi, by young companions, Abrita, surrendered, Tatra, there, Gata, went, Tat, of those girls, Karma, the ritualistic activities, Siddhaye, for assuring the result. Translation. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Master of all masters of mystic yoga, was aware of what the gopis were doing. And thus he went there, surrounded by his young companions, to award the gopis the perfection of their endeavor. Purport. As the master of all masters of mystic power, Lord Krishna could easily understand the desires of the gopis, and he could also fulfill them. The gopis, like all young girls from respectable families, considered the embarrassment of appearing naked before a young boy to be worse than giving up their lives. Yet, Lord Krishna made them come out of the water and bow down to him. Although the bodily forms of the gopis were all fully developed, and although Krishna met them in a secluded place and brought them fully under his control, because the Lord is completely transcendental, there was not a trace of material desire in his mind. Lord Krishna is the ocean of transcendental bliss, and he wanted to share his bliss with the gopis on the spiritual platform, completely free of ordinary lust. Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakura explains that the companions of Krishna mentioned here were mere toddlers, 2 or 3 years old. They were completely naked and were unaware of the difference between male and female. When Krishna went out to herd the cows, they followed him because they were so attached to him that they could not bear to be without his association. That is the end of the purport to text 8 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 22, entitled, Lord Krishna steals the gopis' garments. when the gopis reach the mature stage of getting a husband, they desire to have Lord Krishna as their husband. Therefore, they wanted to perform some austerity that will help them to get Lord Krishna as their husband. As a custom for all young girls to approach some particular demigods who will help them to fulfill their desire. Although the gopis of Krishna and Krishna, they are all transcendental. They have no trace of material lust. And they are not under the control of material energy, but they follow the same principle. The parents of the gopis noticed that their daughters were preparing to perform some austerity. Taking compassion upon them, they addressed their daughters. Their body is so delicate and not used to any austerity. So, how will you be able to perform austerity to fulfill the desires you have? Their body is so delicate, their body is so soft, their body is not capable of undergoing some austerity. Therefore, it is not required for you to engage in the austerity. They did this out of concern for their daughters. But they were already determined to perform austerity because they wanted only Krishna. And observing that their daughters were bent on doing the austerity, the mothers inquired from them, who is the demigod you desire to worship? Is it Uma, Umapati, Manava, or Brahma? Which of them you want to worship? And who is a priest to help you chant the mantra, to teach you how to chant the mantras, to fulfill your desire? Is there a requirement for money? You need some money that we can arrange to get for you? They wanted the best of their daughters, and they wanted the success of their daughters. Therefore, they are inquiring, they are making inquiry to understand, so that they will be able to support and facilitate the austerity. But the gopis did not want to reveal their mind to anyone. Therefore, they didn't say the person they want to worship. But because maybe somebody, they informed the parent that are going to worship Katyayani, Durga Devi. Therefore, they engage themselves in severe austerities. Every day, they will go to the bank of Jamuna. Srila Prabhupada mentioned in Krishna book that they will mold the image of Katyayani with sand. And after molding the image of Katyayani, they chanted mantras to invoke the presence of Katyayani to enter into the deity. They prayed, "Oh Devi, please, we beg your presence in this form and accept our worship." And Katyayani personality as a form in the deity enter into the deity they molded. So in this way, the gopis, they worship Katyayani for 1 month. Daily. They offer suitable articles according to the injunctions of the Shastras. Goddess Katyayani was very happy, was present. They prayed to her. Our desire is to have the son of Maharananda as our husband. We therefore request you to make it possible. Make it possible. We want the son of Maharananda as our husband. So it is said here, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the master of all masters of mystic yoga, was aware of what the gopis were doing. Krishna knew that the gopis were worshipping Katyayani to get him. And being the master of all masters of mystic yoga means, according to Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakura, it means that Lord Krishna does not have any material desire. Krishna does not have a lost desire. And Krishna, who is always truthful to his vows, desiring to fulfill the desire of his devotees, Lord Krishna appeared. He knew exactly what the gopis were looking for. So Krishna appeared to give them the blessing they desired. For the purpose, they were engaged in worshipping Katyayani. The gopis, like all young girls from respectable families, consider the embarrassment of appearing naked before a young boy to be worse than giving up their lives. That was the civilization. This was the culture. This was the purity, the activity of the soul, people who are on the platform of perfection of life. The activities are always different. They considered being seen, being naked before a boy who is not a husband, it is worse than that. Compared to today, what is the culture of today? The culture today is to be on the net naked. That is a pride. In some country, it is fashion, it is glorious, it is wonderful. You are famous, you are considered to be the best person in the universe if you go to show your nakedness in the public, on the television. Let the whole world see. They make a public advertisement for it. So when our chariots are using the word degradation, we are degraded. You can try to understand what is the meaning. What does it mean that we are degraded? That human life is gone. Goodness is gone. What we experience today is animal life. That was in less than animal life, because animal does not see themselves to be naked. But at least a human being can see that he or she is naked. And it shouldn't be the culture. So they consider to be naked before another person, even to be seen at all, by mistake. It is very, very painful. A devotee sent me a message. She was going to the bathroom. And she was not aware that behind people can see inside through the window. Not completely, some part of the body. And she was in the bathroom just to notice that somebody was passing behind and seeing her. She couldn't take back again. She jumped out and was crying. She was crying. Somebody saw me when I'm naked, who is not my husband. It took me a long time to be able to pacify her. That this is not the sign that you are not chaste. It is a mistake. It's not even from you. It is not your own mistake. But her mind is that somebody who is not my husband saw me when I'm undressed. It's a culture that is missing today. But please, a Hare Krishna devotee can show this example. So very pleased. I was glorifying and appreciating how a devotee is conscious of this and appreciating this quality. She has to go to the husband to go and confess, I'm sorry, somebody saw me when I was taking bed. What should I do? What punishment would you like to give to me? What punishment would you like to give to me that somebody saw me? I'm supposed to be careful, but somebody saw me when I was in the bathroom, which is not you. The husband is a good devotee, so she understood. He said, please, do not worry yourself about this. That is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. That we are living a life which fulfills the desire of Srila Prabhupada, that I want to make Brahmanas among Sudras. Brahmanas are cultured people, decent people who have culture, who can understand what is sinful and what is pious activity that should be done. So I was very happy that our Krishna consciousness is working, and we can have devotees who are thinking like this. The gopis were aware, and Krishna himself was also aware that it is a big embarrassment for a cultured, decent, sane lady, girl, to be naked before another boy. Yet, Lord Krishna made them come out of the water and bow down to him. Although the bodily forms of the gopis were all fully developed, and although Krishna met them in a secluded place and brought them fully under his control, because the Lord is completely transcendental, there was not a trace of material desire in his mind. And Krishna knew that they will not feel comfortable coming before him. And he did it by requesting all of them to come naked before him. Why he did that? Lord Krishna's activities are all approved in the scripture. So it is scriptural that although a woman cannot be naked before somebody else, the only person she can be naked before is the husband. And because the gopis have worshipped Krishna to be their husband, Krishna is not making a mistake by asking them to come naked before him. It is not a mistake, it is deliberate. And if Krishna did not do this, he will be considered ungrateful. So Krishna is grateful that he fulfilled the desires of his devotees who wanted to have him as their husband. So Krishna came before them and said, all of us will come before them. And it is said here, Lord Krishna, Lord is completely transcendental. There was not a trace of material desires in his mind. Lord Krishna is a ocean of transcendental bliss, and he wanted to share his bliss with the gopis on the spiritual platform, completely free of ordinary lust. So we cannot accuse Lord Krishna for what he did. For many reasons. Everything belongs to Krishna, and everyone belongs to Krishna. So everything is Krishna's property. We cannot accuse someone for using his own property the way he likes. So we cannot blame Krishna for anything. Second reason, Krishna is fulfilling the desire of the gopis, like he did for many other ladies who wanted him as their husband. Remember Tulsi Devi from Goloka? She came here with another cowhead boy, became Sankachuda. Both of them went to the forest, performed severe austerities. She wanted Krishna, Lord Vishnu, as her husband. Before that, Sankachuda and Tulsi Devi, they have attraction for each other in Goloka. And because they could not practice it there, Krishna made a perfect arrangement that they should come here and do it. So they came here. And they got married. Sankachuda was a very powerful demon. Now no demigod can approach him, can even dare to approach him for anything. Because of two qualities he has. One is the chastity of Tulsi Devi, that's his protection. The second is the amulet Krishna gave to him in Goloka before he came down here. They did those two things for him. Nobody can do him anything. And he was against the demigods. He fought with all the demigods and sent them out of their positions. He seized all their opulence. He was enjoying their opulences. All of them came to Lord Shiva and begged Lord Shiva to help them. Lord Shiva agreed to help the demigods. So Lord Shiva sent his servant, go and tell Sankachuda to please give demigods their property back to him. Sankachuda said, I will not give anything, nothing. Lord Shiva said, if you cannot give anything back, because the demigods have approached me to help them, and I've accepted to help them, so we will fight. Sankachuda said, yes, I'm ready to fight with you. Lord Shiva says, see, if I defeat you, it will be a shame for you. Please don't do this. Sankachuda laughed. It will be a glory for me if you defeat me, but it will be a pride for me if I defeat you in a battle. Because I know you are Mahadev, who can fight you and remain alive? So I will be happy to fight with you. So it was resolved they are going to fight. Say, Lord Shiva is here with all the demigods. including his wife and all the expansions of his wife. And Sankajuda is saying what the mighty fighters, those who take pleasure in fighting as his associate, they were all demons. And they fought severely for a long time. At the point, Lord Shiva came face to face with Sankachuda, and he took a weapon on Lord Vishnu. When he raised the weapon, he had a voice. Lord Shiva, do not use the weapon now, because Sankachuda has two things with him, and a responsible person cannot go against the law of nature. So a special arrangement has to be made to take away these two things before you can kill him. Therefore, I will make the arrangement. But Bishop, I will make the arrangement. I will make the arrangement to take away these two things. Then you can kill. So Lord Vishnu disguised himself as an old Brahmana. So he went to Sankajuda. Sankajuda was very happy to see a Brahmana. We're talking about Vedic culture, which is very, very auspicious. Even demons have qualities which Brahmanas in Kali Yuga does not have. The demons are truthful. They are very, very charitable, very kind. They never go back on their promise. Whatever they say, they must do it. They have great determination, which is missing. All these qualities are missing. The demons, they have it. So Sankachuda was very happy to see the Brahmana, and he offered to do some service. The old Brahmana said, "My dear, I will accept something from you only when you promise to give me what I wanted from you as the reason of my coming to see you. Only if you promise me, then I can accept whatever you want to give me, you can give to me." Sankachuda said, "I'll give you whatever." "No, you promise me first. You promise me." Sankachuda said, "Yes, I promise. I promise that whatever you ask me, I'll give to you." So the old Brahmana said, "I am very much interested in your amulet. If you can give to me, I will be very happy." Immediately, Sankachuda removed it. He gave to him. So, the Brahmana left and he went to the house of Tulsi Devi. When he got very close to the house, he created a tumultuous kirtan. The kirtan of victory was coming. To Tulsi Devi was hearing, that is my husband coming. My husband is coming back. Means he has defeated Lord Shiva in battle. He cannot come back without defeating Lord Shiva. And is there anyone who can kill Lord Shiva? What is happening? She was thinking about that, and the kirtan was coming, until he entered the house. And Tulsi was very happy to welcome the husband. "My dear Lord, what happened? You killed Lord Shiva?" The imitation. Shall I say imitation? Shall I say imitation? Imitation, Sankachura. My dear wife, you can imagine what it means to fight with Lord Shiva. So I must be very, very tired. Can you just give me a few moments to take rest? Then I'll give you the details of what happened. Say yes. So she took him to her bed. Lying on the bed with Tulsi Devi. And Tulsi looked at him carefully. She started to see the person who came in as her husband is changing. And she saw Lord Vishnu. Immediately upon seeing Lord Vishnu, she cried, "You are so heartless, you are just like stone. Why you behave like you have no heart? You have killed my husband." So Lord Vishnu smiled. "What wrong have I done? You perform austerity for thousands of years to have me as a husband, and I fulfill that. What is my offense? Is it not true you wanted me to be a husband? You meditated. As soon as Tulsi Devi appeared, you left the house and went to the forest, and you were there performing austerity until Sankajuda came to marry you in the forest. So I fulfilled the desire. Are you angry with me?" Lord Krishna fulfilled the desires of his devotees because Krishna is very attached to his devotees and he is ready to do anything. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami said, there is nothing which is unobtainable for a devotee in Krishna consciousness. Nothing which is unobtainable. For a devotee, everything is available. Our desires are fulfilled by Lord Krishna. Krishna fulfilled the desires of his devotees. And Sri Shopani said, this Krishna has been doing since time immemorial. Means that is Krishna's nature. He's not going to change from his nature of being the maintainer of all the worlds. So here Krishna fulfilled the desire of the gopis, as he has always been doing. Sri Vishnu Chakravarti Thakura explains that the companions of Krishna mentioned here were mere toddlers, 2 or 3 years old. They were completely naked and were unaware of the difference between male and female. When Krishna went out to herd the cows, they followed him because they were so attached to him that they could not bear to be without his association. Lord Krishna went to the forest with the cowhead boys to herd the cows. And Krishna desiring to fulfill the desires of the gopis who have worshipped him. And at the same time, Krishna did not want to take all the cowhead boys with him. So he took only a few of them, which are described here to be 2 or 3 years old. They followed Lord Krishna. Krishna did not take all, he took only a few. And they went together to see the gopis. And after fulfilling the desires of the gopis, then Krishna came back to meet the many cowhead boys. And the cowhead boys were very disturbed. And they asked Lord Krishna, where did you go and left us behind? Lord Krishna said, I knew that we are so I went alone. Krishna went with only the few, those who were, for those who are aware, those who are aware of man and female, Krishna did not take them with him. Krishna left them until he came back. After he finished the business, he came back to meet them. And then they were accusing Krishna. Why are you left to? Krishna said, because I didn't want to take all of you together. It will be very difficult for us to take part at the same time. So I just went with a few to take a part. Now we can continue with our play. This is the activity of the Supreme Personality of God, Lord Sri Krishna, here in Vrindavan. Sri Vrindavan Dham ki Hare Krishna. Comments? Questions? Maharaj, comment? Questions or comment from you? Yes. There's a question.
Maharaj, in Shankara was so exalted soul that he fall down with benediction of Krishna himself. Two benedictions.
The two, yes. That is not a fall down.
It is, yeah, he came. How it happened that he was so exalted, at the same time he is not demigod, he is not devotee, he is a demon.
Very good question. He is a cowhead boy in Goloka. He's a cowhead boy. He is coming here as a demon. Don't you see that it is for our benefit? We wouldn't have Tulsi David to worship if he did not come here as a demon. Tulsi David wouldn't have come here. And where would you worship? His coming is for our own benefit. But it becomes a pastime. So we can have something to meditate on, to think about. The Jaladhara temple is here in the temple. Where is it? Jaladhara? Jalandhara, yes. Where? Where in India? Where? Punjab, yes. So he came here just to help us to have Tulsi Devi. So we can worship and easily God Lord Krishna. So it is Krishna's special arrangement. That is Krishna's desire that made them to come here. And a cowhead boy, do we expect them to be lazy like us? But very, very powerful as he was. Very powerful. And they will do something very, very powerful that nobody can compete with. No conditions can compete with. But it's all for our own blessing. Thank you. Yes.
In one of the previous lectures of the same chapter, we heard that if we listen to the pastimes of Krishna with the gopis, then we will be freed from lust like that. So, in this pastime also similar thing. So, what else we can do to achieve that? how to do this in a better way, like when we are hearing what also to focus on.
In chapter 21, now is chapter, this is chapter 22. In chapter 21, one of the lecturer, I think Israel Prabhu was speaking, so he quoted that verse, that by hearing these intimate pastimes of Krishna with the gopis, the disease of the heart will get destroyed. So your question was, how do we do that? By hearing? By hearing? Yes. The concern is, if I hear it, I get more lusty, and I want to do it. Why only Krishna will do that? I want to do it. So how will I get purified if I get disturbed like that? That's the concern. So how do I get purified if by hearing I'm getting disturbed by it? How do I get purified? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he said, because it's always argument. Should I hear? Should not hear? We should speak about it. We should not speak about it. Who is qualified to hear this? Who is not qualified to hear this? This has been going on for a long time. A long time. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, his conclusion is that a person who can feel, if you can feel comfortable, you should hear it. The disease will get cured. But a person who does not feel comfortable, instead will get stimulated and we want to do that, he may decide not to hear. Not a problem. But if you can handle it and prepare your mind that this is the disease, this is the cure for the disease, let me tolerate to hear this and pray seriously for help so that I get purified and not get disturbed. Then you should hear, and it will work for us. If you feel that no, I don't want to hear, it's okay. You should not hear. But if you can pray to Krishna to help us, so I can hear it, and I can withstand that, so hear. Sukadeva Goswami cannot make mistake to advertise it. This is a disease that will cure the disease of the heart, which is lost. We should hear it patiently, just like Rupa Goswami also told us, the cure for the jaundice of chanting the holy name is by chanting. If you keep chanting, you get it. Similarly, if you can tolerate it, keep hearing, you get it. That's the solution. Hare Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. You get this.